Hey guys, so today is our third and final example of graphing secant and cosecant with transformations. We got a decently tough one here, and remember the same process is going to apply. We're going to take secant of x, we know is paired with cosine of x, so we're going to graph first the cosine function with the exact same transformations. So 2x minus pi over 2. And by now I hope you've watched my other videos on like transformations and stuff, so we'll move pretty fast through here. We know we've got an amplitude of 1/2. We've got, the phase shift, the period, I'll start with period. It's always 2 pi over b, which in this case is 2 pi over absolute value of 2, because this value right there is b. So that period is now just pi. And then phase shift. Remember, a phase shift is a horizontal shift. Phase shift is always c over b, and our c in this case, that's what's right there. So pi over 2. Remember, the formula calls for bx minus c. So a negative c in this case is actually positive. So pi over 2 divided by b, which was 2. That's going to equal pi over 4. And that's going to be it for our transformations. So we got an amplitude 1/2, phase shift over 4 units, and a period of pi. So let me move this graph a little bit so I've got some space. There we go. Alright. Okay, so that we got that figured out. Now let me just get to graphing. Okay, so we can graph this now, yeah. So we started at -1 to 1, that's the normal range for a cosine function, and we multiplied that by half because that's our new amplitude, so that turns the range into, it's going to be -1/2 all the way up to 1/2, and then there's no adding anything on the end, so that's going to be -1/2, this is just going to be 1/2. Okay, and the period is pi, and the phase shift is pi over 4, so let's do the phase shift first. So we went to the right, pi over 4, because it's positive. Right, pi over 4. So that's going to be our starting point. Will be here, pi over 4. And remember that our period is just pi, and all the important points come at period divided by 4. So every pi over 4 units, because that's pi is the period divided by 4. Every pi over 4 units, we're going to be having an important point. So I'm going to label those next. So pi over 2, 3 pi over 4, and then it'll be pi, then all the way to 5 pi over 4. And that'll be one period in that direction. And then we'll go backwards 1, we'll be 0, negative pi over 4, negative pi over 2, and -3 pi over 4, and that'll be another period in that direction. Okay, so now let's just graph this cosine function. We know that we're going to start at pi over 4 because that's our important point. We went to the right, pi over 4, and we're going to start at the top because it's cosine. And we're going to start by going down, and then back up. And that's going to be our first period, and the same thing here, we're going to start by going down, and then back up, and arrows here. Keep opening up this calendar thing, just go away. Okay, here we go. So it's going to continue, that'll continue. And now, remember that we're graphing secant now, instead of just cosine. We did all that work, but we still have more to do. And remember, every time it touches the x-axis, or the center line, which in this case is the x-axis, that's where we draw our asymptotes. So draw them here and here and there. And then now is the easy part. We just, every single maximum or minimum point, we draw our line, and then we just draw a parabola coming off of it. So up that way, down this way, down this way. And that would be it. That's 1/2 secant of 2x minus pi over 2. Hope this video was able to help. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.